What's going on, guys? Tranmere 0, Manchester United 6, and this is your match review. Before we get into it, make sure you go down to the description. Bants on Source episode 3 is out tomorrow at midday. There's a link to subscribe to mine and my brother Expressions' YouTube channel if you haven't already. We need, I think, just under 1,000 to hit 10k, bro. So make sure you go and sub to that if you haven't already. Make sure you catch up on the first 2 episodes. We're dropping number 3 bang on midday. Also, in the link, I've got my GoFundMe for my boxing match as well. We're raising money for Australia and also the homeless here, as I do every year. And also, my Presence Blood t-shirts are now they're ready for sale. So they're also in the same link as the boxing tickets. They're on my website. So I've built a little site where you can get your boxing tickets or your t-shirts, guys. So they're in there. All right, let's get into this game. I'd like to say it was a routine victory, but there's no such thing as a routine victory with this Manchester United team. The only routine we have at the moment is unpredictability. So 6-0, it's nice, isn't it? That's the first time we scored more than 6 since the 8-2 against Arsenal. Well, no, that's the first time we've scored 6 since the 8-2 versus Arsenal, and it's always good to see that 8-2 on the timeline, boy. That brings back very good memories. We ain't had too many things to shout about in recent years. It's hard. There's not really much to say about the game. Like, we dispatched of a team bottom of League One, yeah, in the fashion that we were supposed to dispatch of them. My only thing was thinking about the pitch, because let's be honest, I don't think there were many people that going into this game that thought we weren't going to win it. But I thought if there was going to be any problems, it might be players picking up injury, might be the pitch. And to be fair, the players, I think they dealt with it well. Some very good goals. Harry Maguire's goal, very well struck. Martial's goal, very well struck. Delos's goal, very well struck. Do you see what I mean? So I think, considering the state of the pitch, I think these guys dealt with it very well. Jesse Lingard gets on the score sheet. When all the men that I've mentioned here get on the score sheet, barring Martial, you know the level of the opposition, innit? Because Maguire gets his first goal, Phil Jones gets a goal, Dalot gets his first Manchester United goal, and and Lingard scores. You know, when Lingard and them man scored, and you know it's Stat Pad FC, innit? So I'm not really taking too much away from this performance. I don't think anyone that has any sense can, do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people gassing up this performance, but this team are terrible, and it's a case of us just putting out a team that was much better than theirs, and we just beating them in it. I don't think it was much to do with anything else. A lot of people saw the 5 at the back and automatically assumed it was defensive. That formation is defensive depending on who the fullbacks are, and also depending on the attitude of the manager. You can play a very attacking 5 at the back if you have attacking fullbacks. Obviously, Luke Shaw isn't very attacking, but with someone like Dalot, do you know what I mean? It looks different. As I said before, in that formation, I'd even play Daniel James as a fullback, because he's got pace. He will be direct if he's going down that side, and I wouldn't mind seeing Dalot on the left, or Dalot on the right and Daniel James on the left, or vice versa, yeah, in that formation as fullbacks, because I reckon that would be very attacking. And Harry Maguire looks more comfortable in a 3. Like, in a 2, yeah, his frailties are very much shown up. So I don't know. I think with the current squad that we have, also the fact that we don't have any out-and-out wingers in the team, I think that playing 2 strikers up front and playing fullback is probably the most balanced way to utilise these players. And I'll probably play Wan-Bissaka as a right centre-back in this formation at the moment. Obviously, that would be a stopgap until we balance the squad out. Either way, there's just not too much to read into, guys. Do you know what I mean? I thought that bringing on Fred was very strange, considering, like, he's up there with some of the players that's played the most amount of minutes in the last couple months, and I don't think there was any need to bring him on, if I'm honest, unless not unless anything. Like, if you're 5-0 up, yeah, at half time, I just really don't think there's any point in bringing Fred on. I don't know what the thinking was behind that. Angel wasn't in the squad. Very strange one. If he can't get a game against Tranmere, then you have to assume that he ain't in Ollie's plans. Whether Ollie's going to be here come the start of next season or not is to be seen. I don't think he will be. Rumours going around online saying Angel turned up late for training. That's a lie. That's not true, innit? People trying to create their own narratives by making things up, but that didn't happen. I don't know. It was just one of them things where, again, I can't look too much into anything that I saw today. There was nothing I saw today that impressed me because it was only bloody Tranmere, innit? Do you know what I mean? I can't come out and be overly positive or overly negative because all in all, what can you read into beating a team bottom of League One? Like, you're meant to slap these man up. Like, Man City are doing this 6-0 thing to big Premier League teams. So when we're slapping a League One team 6-0, like, I can't be excited about that, especially when you think that Phil Jones and Harry Maguire and Lingard are scoring. Like, it just doesn't tell you much about it. Should I say, it only tells you about the level of opposition. It doesn't tell you much about Manchester United. The Bruno Fernandes, they're saying that we've upped a bid now. It's funny how the window's nearly closed. All of a sudden, we're up in the bid. So that means for sure, if he does come in, he'll be the only player that comes in. That's what we need to be now looking at. And that's a big if. Christian Eriksen's going to go to Inter for like 16 million. And we weren't even interested, apparently. I have absolutely no idea why that's the case. After the match, Ollie made some comments along the lines of it weren't just Tranmere fans that wanted Manchester United to lose today. I think he's showing how insecure, yeah, and actually how rattled he is at the moment. Clearly, he's got a burner account. United Ali has rattled him, clearly. Obviously saying that man just wants United to lose, obviously, so Ollie can get sacked. And obviously, it was said in jest, but I think at this point, anyone that wants what's best for Manchester United long term, you have to understand, yeah, that supporting Ollie is supporting the Glazers, innit? Like, there's no point saying, these men are singing about killing Ed Woodward and killing the Glazers, but then you've got Ollie coming out and defending these man. The reason why Ollie is in a job is because he's protecting them, innit? So if you want rid of the Glazers and Ed Woodward, then you need to want rid of Ollie. It doesn't make sense. You need to take away your emotion towards him as a player. Like, him as a man has come in after being publicly opposing the Glazers, coming in and defending these man. You're complaining, saying that you want to change in the structure, yeah, but he's come in saying that he's happy with the structure, he's happy with his bosses, and they're doing everything right and defending everything they're doing. So it's very counterproductive. It doesn't make sense. You can't talk about protesting against these men and he's coming out and defending them. So they're the people that installed him. So whether you like it or not, they are the same thing now, innit? Like, all sentiment goes out the window. Like I said before, I'm gonna tell my kids, yeah, that David Beckham scored directly from a corner, blood, in '99, cause you know, like that, because all of them class of '92 dons, I can't stand them except for Dave, boy, because Dave just keeps his mouth shut and gets on with it, innit? He ain't trying to get on the payroll with United. He's got his own money. So it's one of them ones where Ollie's done enough for me and said enough for me that shows that he puts himself before the club, before what's best for the club, and before the fans, as much as he says he doesn't, innit? So, like, I'm done with him, innit? I'm absolutely done. You cannot come out and say that you love the club and you're openly defending this man. As much as I didn't like Mourinho, at least he was adamant. He was like, we need players. I didn't like the way he did it, because the way Mourinho did it didn't give confidence to the current crop of players he had. Do you know what I mean? However, he was adamant in that, yo, this ain't enough. Ollie's coming out saying, we've got enough. I'm happy with what we've got. The owners are doing a good job. The owners have backed me. The money's there. Saying all these other things. Mourinho weren't saying that nonsense, innit? And then coming out and saying stuff like, it shows how far we've come, that City have put out our strongest team. Well, bruv, he put out near enough a strongest team against Tranmere. So what does that mean? That shows how far Tranmere have come from the bottom of League One, that you're playing almost a fully strength team against these men. Like, some of the quotes attributed to this guy is nothing short of embarrassing. So with that in mind, it's only a matter of time. So if you're singing Glazers out and talking about burning Woodward and all these man, which I don't agree with, because no matter what, I don't believe in singing songs about killing people. Like, that's not funny to me, innit? Like, it's in bad taste, and also, like, it shows, I don't know, I don't even know how to put it lightly, so I can't in it. It just shows like a lack of common sense in it. Like regardless of what someone's doing to your football club, like wishing death upon someone, like it's not funny in it. That there's no part of that that I find funny or that I want a part of. But the bottom line is he's there because of them. Ed put him there to almost protect himself. They knew, as Owen Hargreaves said recently, Manchester United fans are the most patient fans ever. They knew that putting Ollie in there buys him time in it. So Ed's put Ollie there to deflect the crap away from him. So they're like, oh, let's be patient with Ollie. He's a legend, this, that, and the other, while these men continue to laugh at us. So if you don't think that Ollie and Ed Woodward are in bed with each other, yeah, metaphorically speaking, yeah, then you've lost your head in it. So if you're supporting one, you're supporting the other. There's no separation. Ollie hasn't created a separation. He's made it very clear that he's working very closely with these men, and these are his guys, innit? So if you want Ed Woodward out, you have to want Ollie out, bro. You have to, innit? There's no two ways about it. So all this singing Ollie business, yeah, he's Ed Woodward's guy. So it's both of them or it's none of them, innit? I ain't gonna do a man in a match because let's be honest, nobody cares, bro. It was 6-0, man. Like, I mean, 6-0, 6 different scorers. Happy to see Mason on the score sheet. That's his 10th. I'm seeing that it's his 10th goal of the season. Then somewhere else I've seen his 11th goal. So I don't really know. All I know is Mason's into double figures. I read it was 11 goals in 26 games, and I didn't see how many starts that was, but that's a bloody good record for someone that's a bit part player. Harry Maguire's got off the score sheet, and for someone that heads the ball as well as he does, like he's long overdue a goal in it. Like even though it wasn't a header, Phil Jones scored. No one cares. Martial took his goal well. But again, guys, I just can't read too much into today's performance. Let me know any positives or any, not necessarily negatives, but things that you saw or noticed from today that you don't think anyone else saw or you haven't seen picked up on. Another clean sheet for Romero as well. Like he just keeps doing that. No matter when he's called upon, he always does well. And yeah, just overall, I just think it would be extremely silly to take anything away from this, either positive or too negative, because on paper it's a formality. Do you know what I mean? If anyone else was in charge of Manchester United, I don't think we would be saying that this 6-0 result was a surprise, because this is what you're meant to do, especially the strength of the team that Ollie put out. So let me know, guys, what you took, either positive or negative, from the overall performance. Flex and Rant show comes tomorrow. No, it doesn't. I'm filming the Flex and Rant show tomorrow. I'm going to be putting out my usual questions on Twitter. So it's at Rants and Bants on Twitter and Instagram. So we'll be putting questions out for topics, also for Rants Red Talk. So make sure you tune into that. And look out for that, should I say. Look out for the tweet. This is where you can get your questions into us. Also, me and my brother will be doing a Q&A style show for our channel as well. So if you're not following me on the socials, you won't be able to put your requests in. So it's at Rants and Bants on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, just make sure you smash the like button, hit the description, and yeah, just follow up what you need to. Try and get us to 10k, please. Training for the fight's going well. Should have my opponent by the end of the week. Had a tough spar yesterday, man. Sore all over. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw a bit of what was going on, boy. Like, it was hard work. But yeah, all the links are in the description. I appreciate your support anyway, regardless. And yeah, guys, man, we'll catch you tomorrow with Rants Red Talk. So look out for the topics on Twitter. Peace.